Hello everyone. Today we're going to be learning about pH, which tells us how acidic or basic a substance is. It's a core idea in chemistry, and once you understand the scale, a lot of chemical reactions make more sense. So let's start with this. What is pH? pH is basically just the power of hydrogen. That is the full form of pH. And it measures how many hydrogen ions, which is written as H+, so I would have H+, there are in a mixture. So the more hydrogen ions, the more acidic it is. Now, over here, I have the pH scale, so up the top, and from 0 to 6, that is known as acidic. From 8 to 14, it is known as alkaline. And right down the middle, we have number 7, which is a neutral. So some examples are, for example, 1 to 2 stomach acid. So that is what we have inside us. Water, something you drink every day, would be right in the middle. Soap would be a 9. And bleach would be somewhere like 13 to 14. So from this we get that the lower number means more acidic, and the higher the number means more basic. And something exactly down the middle is known as a neutral. Now, we know that acids release hydrogen ions, but bases, on the other hand, release hydroxide ions, also written as OH-. Some examples of acid are hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, which is written as H2SO4. And some example of base is NaOH, or even ammonia. You may have heard of that before, maybe not. So from this acids, we know that acids taste sour and bases are really slippery, but you don't ever taste or touch them. You should always use an indicator. Now, from this we have the neutralization reaction. So when an acid reacts with a base, we call this neutralization. The acid's hydrogen ions combine with the base's hydroxide ions to make water, and a salt is formed with that too. So to test pH, we use indicators. For example, a very common one is known as a litmus paper, which turns red in acids and blue in bases. Now, to summarize, pH tells us how acidic or basic something is. So 0 to 6 is acidic, 8 to 14 is neutral, 8 to 14 is alkaline, and the number 7 is neutral. Acids and bases react to form water and salts, and indicators help us to test pH safely. Now let's have a look at a neutralization reaction first. So let's start with, let's say acid, which is, acid can be HCl, as we discussed, hydrochloric acid. Let's do plus a base that we had before, so NaOH. That's sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. Now these, when mixed, form sodium chloride, basically everyday table salt. Of course, it's not safe to eat this, as it's been formed through chemical changes. And now with this, we can see a sort of pattern. From this, we can see that we've taken this part over here, we've taken the last part over here. So that forms our salt. And then we have our water. And I think the more you get used to that, the more you'll understand pH, and you'll be ready to learn about reactions like neutralisation and what happens in our own body or in real world chemistry too. Thank you very much.